So today we're gonna take a closer look at the different kinds of lenses. We're also gonna be discussing some of the usual things or markings that you'll see on a lens. And hopefully this short video will give us more insight about kinds of lenses and what the different marking stands for. Right, so let's begin with the type. What we have here is a prime lens and a zoom lens. The main difference between these two lenses has something to do with focal length. Prime lenses are characterized by a fixed focal length, which in this case is 50mm, while zoom lenses offers variable focal length, such as this, that offers 35 to 80mm focal length. Another thing that's different about these lenses is that prime lenses are usually smaller compared to zoom lenses. In most cases, prime lenses are also lighter because it requires less glass to build one compared to zoom lenses. What else? Prime lenses are known for offering fast aperture or wide opening. What we have here is a Minolta MD 50mm 1.7 lens. This is a vintage lens, but the important thing to note here is that it offers a 1.7 aperture. Aperture is a bit counterintuitive in terms of measuring it, because the lower the number or the lower the aperture means the wider the opening. So this is 1.7. You'll notice that once I switch to 2.8, the opening inside the lens gets narrower, and that goes even narrower as we go to the max or the minimum aperture at f22. So that's that. As I've said earlier, prime lenses are usually known for providing wide opening compared to zoom lenses. So, in terms of aperture on a zoom lens, most zoom lenses, especially those cheap ones or kit lenses that comes with your camera when you purchase it, doesn't offer that fast of an aperture. In this case, this one has f4 to 5.6 opening. So that means to say that if we're shooting at 35mm, the aperture of the lens is set at f4. As we zoom in, or as we reach the maximum focal length, which is in this case is 80, the aperture of the lens becomes 5.6. So the lower aperture results to a dimmer picture, which means to say that this type of lenses forces you to use a slower shutter speed or to shoot at a higher ISO, which is usually result to a bad picture. There are zoom lenses that offers a fast aperture. The problem with that is most of them cost a fortune. So most photographers that are gunning for a fast lens usually goes for a prime lens, and once they have the resources to buy one, that's when they opt to go for a zoom lens with fast aperture. Alright, so let's go ahead and discuss the different markings on a lens. So with this one, you'll see this is the maker of the lens. This is the type of lens, a zoom lens. this is the type of lens that that Canon is making. So they're making EF and EFS. Those are the newer versions of their lenses. This is the available focal length and the corresponding aperture based on the focal length. What else? This one right here tells us which focal length we're currently shooting at. So it's 35, 50, 80. Some lenses offer, such as this, some lenses offer more numbers, which makes it easier for a user to identify the distance, the current distance that they're shooting at. What else? Modern day lenses also offers this switch right here. This is for auto and manual focusing. So that's that. And other lenses offers an optical image stabilizer. What it does is that it limits the amount of blur in an image, which is usually caused by a shaky hand or any type of movement on the camera while you're shooting. So you can switch it on or off depending on the condition that you're shooting in. So when do you usually turn it on? You turn it on if you're shooting using your hands. So as I've said earlier, it limits the amount of blur caused by the sudden movement of the camera while it's processing the image. Inversely, you turn it off if you've mounted your camera to a tripod, because if you leave it on, the lens will still detect or try to compensate for any type of movement in the camera, so that usually results to a bad picture. So that's that. What else? This one right here, if you can see it there, that's the minimal, or I mean that's the focusing range that this camera has. So this camera has a minimum focusing distance of 1 meter or 3.3 feet. That can go up to infinity, which is symbolized by this character, an 8 lying on its side. So that's pretty much it. Those are the two basic types of lenses. So we have the zoom lenses and the prime lens. We also discussed the apertures that most of these lenses has, and the different type of markings. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you will be able to do more of this, and
Thanks for watching.